From me, this for the underdogs. Shout out the underdogs. I'm from down underdog, where you can't come at all. Watch how you coming, dog, cause it get dangerous.
But I digress. I've been in quite a few knife situations, and it really boils down to two things. You have your random attacks, and you have your attacks that happen while you're already in a scuffle with somebody. Random attacks. You're walking, minding your business, and some crazy person comes out of nowhere and just starts to stab you up. That's a random attack. You weren't prepared for that. You weren't walking on the street to your local Wally World and thinking, oh, I'm going to get into a knife fight today. Like, I'm going to, have to defend this crazy person who has decided that life is no longer worth living and wants to go out with somebody else in tow. That's a random attack. The only thing I can say for random attacks, and this goes for jumpings, this goes for someone trying to attack you hand to hand, only way to be as prepared as possible for a random attack is to always walk around with the constant understanding that people are crazy and somebody might try some shit. I'm not saying you got to walk around like,
don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink.
What I am saying is that you have to walk around with some level of awareness to a certain degree that, you understand that the world doesn't operate the way that you operate all the time. And some people just want to hurt people because they're crazy or they're just having a bad day. And it happens. And unfortunately, you have to be aware of that. Number two is you're already in a fight and somebody's a bitch ass dude. And he's like, oh, I'm getting whooped with the hands. Let me pull out this knife.
I'm going to my car. Get my other gun. Shoot everybody's.
When you're in a fight with somebody and you always constantly want to understand, like, hey, somebody might pull something. You have to monitor where their hands are at all times. The best way to defend against a knife is to always monitor where the person's hands are. I never want to lose feeling or visual. I need to either see where their hands are at or I need to feel where their hands are at. If I'm in a situation where I'm fighting somebody, I need to always keep an awareness of where they're able to pull a knife or a gun out from. Because the minute I see their hand disappear, I need to track it. And if I see them try to reappear with something, then I need to attack it. Everything else comes secondary. I don't care if they're hitting me, kicking me, elbowing me. That weapon is the immediate threat that's going to do the most damage. So I need to attack that first and then deal with everything else secondary. I would say the best systems to deal with that are shoot boxing. Because in shoot boxing, you learn how to strike while you're wrestling. Not looking to submit, you're looking to wrestle and either work to get standing or control them so you can strike them on the ground, and that helps so you can learn how to control the hands. Doing that, you're always able to constantly feel and monitor the hands. So shoot boxing is one of the best systems to work with somebody who I'm in a fight with who's trying to pull a tool on me. One last thing, but it should have been the first thing I said. While I'm not a big fan of, just get up and run, if you can run. Understand that self-defense is not about winning. It's about getting home as safely as possible. If that comes with a knockout, then that's fine. But in all of these situations, I am fighting to either occupy enough time to get away or de-escalate the situation to dissolve the situation and get away, or occupy enough time to either get help and then get away. So these situations, I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to live. If I can run from the situation, let's say I've shoot boxed enough, like they've got the knife, but I've hit them enough times that like now they're covering up. They're not worried about trying to stab me. They're worried about trying to keep themselves from getting hit. I can get up and then run because they're on the ground worried about my striking. So I'll hit them enough times. I can see that they're not trying to get up. They're just trying to defend. That's when I start to hit to work my way maybe to their backside where they're not able to just pop up and slash at me, and then I can run. If I can run, I will.
This is where you got to push past your limits. If you don't, then your path ends here.